Welcome to Season 2 of Quantum Childhood, a Tales from the Loop actual play podcast presented by Geek at Arms.
I'm Jacob H., and I'm playing Kevin Buford.
I am John S., playing Jomar.
I am Jacob M. I am playing Cody Wright.
I am Greg, and I am Berlin Parker.
And I'm Brian, I'll be the Game Master. Welcome back to Tales from the Loop. It has been 5 weeks since summer camp. The new school year draws nigh, and you're desperate to enjoy these last days of freedom. Unfortunately, something is marring your happiness. For the past month, each of you has been suffering from recurring dreams. Jomar, it's been a while since the last time you had really serious nightmares, but ever since you came back from camp, they've been plaguing you. The most common involve the memory of being savaged by that velociraptor. Only in the dream, you don't get away. You always wake up right as its claws and teeth start to tear into you. Cody, you're on the ice and everything seems perfect. You feel strong and in command, but then a player on the other team high-sticks you. You're sure the ref saw it but didn't call a penalty, and you totally lose control. It's wrong. It's so wrong. But something about the way the other kid's flesh buckles under your fists feels good. In Berlin, it's just like it was at your last school. You're the butt of every joke, and the teachers just excuse it all as youthful fun, but you feel the malice behind the pranks. It hurts so much more, though, when it's Kevin and your other new friends tormenting you. So then, some everyday life scenes. Let's start with Cody. Have anything in mind?
I don't off the top of my head. It's summertime, right?
Yep.
So probably the hockey is mostly in my dreams for now. I don't know how the seasons work for that, actually.
I don't actually either.
Yeah, so I think I'm probably a little bit restless. So what would I be spending my time with? Because this is like right as school is about to start, right? And I'd be
Yeah, you just got a couple of weeks left.
Am I going to be a sophomore?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think my mom has been wanting me to start taking academics a little bit more seriously because sophomore and junior years are pretty important. And I've just been trying to avoid that conversation kind of by doing nothing in particular. But she is finished with her day early and catches me out without an excuse.
All right. So she comes into the living room where you're doing something inconsequential.
Yep.
And she says, Cody, I found that book you're supposed to read over the summer.
Oh, yeah?
I noticed that the bookmark's still at the front of it. Have you not started that thing at all?
Which book?
Catcher in the Rye.
Oh, was I supposed to read that? I mean, I got most of my other reading done. Is it that big a deal if I haven't gotten all the way through at the beginning of the school year?
Well, I don't know what your teachers are going to think about that, but it was assigned to you, so you better get it done.
I mean, I flipped through it when I got it, Mom. It's not like, look, it's not even like a book with tests and stuff in it. If I don't read the whole thing, it's not going to be that big a deal.
Now, Cody, you know how I feel about this. Your athletics is important to you, but that's not going to take you very far in life. You got to do the academic work too.
And Catcher in the Rye will, a book that everybody else in this country also has to read.
Well, yeah. How on earth are you going to participate in the culture, in the conversations, if you haven't read all the things that everybody else has read?
I mean, isn't I thought this country was about, you know, freedom. Shouldn't I be allowed to decide what I want to do? I'm not going to help anybody if I just have to read the
Well,
same
yeah, it's a
things
free
every
country, but it ain't a free house. Do your reading.
And I pick up the book and stomp off to my room.
All right. Berlin.
I wish I had more relationships. I could make this really fun. It could be with Adrian.
Can do that, sure.
Dad's at work, and old man Barnum is old, boring. So that leaves Adrian.
And what are you doing with Adrian?
I don't know. Probably playing with him in my bedroom, filling some of the time, just kind of keeping to myself a bit more with those dreams, not going out of my way to hang out with the guys.
All right. Don't know that I have anything necessarily to add to that, but yeah, it's kind of a mournful little scene of you alone in an empty house with nothing but your pet rat, who, as an iconic item, I can't treat like I did with all of Enzo's pets.
Do I want to know?
I was not kind.
Pets, it hasn't been a good set of story arcs for pets.
No, from the very beginning, poor Sargon. All right, Jomar. It's Friday evening, and you're spending the weekend with your mom and Krista at your old house. They both seemed distracted and snappish today, and when you sit down for supper, they're both focused on the food. In contrast to what you're used to from your mom, tonight's fare is frozen dinners instead of home cooking. They're kind of disinterested in having conversations and just focused on the eating.
Yep. So thankfully it wasn't fish sticks this time. Those never really turn out well.
I want fish sticks now.
Um, so it's going to be a small talk scene. So, Mom,
Mm-hmm.
how's it been going?
Oh, well, it's been all right. She looks up at you and gives you a frank look, and she says, "Are you ever going to do something about your hair? You look like the wild man of Borneo."
Yeah, I'm gonna probably color it. I don't know.
Color it.
Yeah,
It's not exactly what I had in mind.
I know. I mean, there's this really cool rocker named Billy Idol. I thought I might spike it up, and color it blonde. Maybe I
Well,
could follow in his footsteps.
it's your head. At
Well,
this
but you
point,
like looking at it, right?
there's a knock on the door. Krista leaps out of her chair and rushes to the front door. And she
Whoa.
opens it, and you hear a male voice. "Come on, let's go." And Krista giggles and says, "Okay, but come and say hi to Mom first." Moments later, preceded by the smell of cigarette smoke and something with a spicy yet sweet aroma, Krista comes back in with this fellow in tow. She says, oh yeah, and this is my brother Jomar. Jomar, this is my boyfriend Peter." "Oh, it's you.
Hey, Peter.
This is the unpopular kid that was in your room at camp." He sneers at you. And as rude as the expression looks to you, Krista and your mom seem to think that it was some kind of attempt at a smile. Krista leans into him, taking his arm and smiling up at him.
How you doing, Peter?
"Ah, I'm fine. Come on, Krista. I want to go." And your mom interjects, Jomar, you could learn a thing or two from this young man. He already has his own business."
Nice. How's the business going, Peter?
Yeah, it's good. It's we're doing a lot of business.
Cool. It's great. Did you hear the newest Iron Maiden album?
Yeah, whatever. Come on, Krista, let's go.
Yeah,
And
whatever.
they leave.
So, Mom,
Mm-hmm.
I'm to pattern myself after this guy, and
Oh,
yet he acts like this?
he acts perfectly fine. I don't know what you mean.
Uh-huh. Okay. You raised me a whole lot better than this, and just okay. Yeah, that's fine. Rose-colored glasses, I get it. Just be careful with him, okay? I'm really worried about Krista.
Well, I'm glad that you look out for your sister so much. But she'll be fine. She's growing up. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. But, you two are the most important women in my life. And, Dad always reminds me of how important family is. And, I take that to heart. So, got to look out for y'all.
Well, in spite of everything, you're a good boy, Jomar.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I probably won't color my hair, by the way, but it's probably going to maybe get a little longer. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know.
I got to keep up the rocker image.
All right. So then let's move forward a little bit. You've all met up at someplace, probably the hideout. What's the topic of conversation?
Um,
Everybody else is a year ahead of me, right?
I believe so, yes.
What
Well,
year
no,
are you
Berlin's
in
younger than
school?
you are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm 14.
okay, so 13, 14, and now 16, or almost 16.
Cody and Berlin
Oh,
are
still
are both
14.
14,
14. Okay, that's what I
verging on
thought. Yeah,
15.
yeah. Is
Yeah.
Asimov
Okay.
and Isaac with us still?
Isaac's here. Asimov still doesn't fit, so it's out hiding in the rocks.
He's hiding. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Um, so Isaac, how was the week been for you, buddy?
Well, things are not exactly exciting here in this cave. I have been slipping off to town to recharge from time to time, but trying to stay out of sight. After that business with Wagner, I do not think that I should let my continued presence be known.
Oh yes, good thinking. Berlin, how's it going, man?
It's
Yeah,
going, I think.
Cody, you good?
I guess, man. How do you do it? You always seem so positive. I mean,
I okay. I'll just tell you. I work really hard at it, and I'm not trying to brag, but dude, these nightmares, some of them have been coming back, and that crazy raptor just about kills me, and I'm just making an effort to try to. I mean, you guys are my bros. I'm just trying to, you know, not let all that get on me. And man, being around my mom and sisters, I mean, it's been good to see them, but Krista's seeing Peter. I mean, can you believe it, Peter? And then my mom's like, well, you can pattern yourself after him. And I'm like, okay, I'm not really trying to be a negative Nancy, but yeah, yeah, that's not going to work out. Um, I don't think he's treating her right. I mean, I know she's in love with him or like with him or whatever it's called. So I was just trying to stay encouraged.
yeah. I mean, what's he even do, Peter? He
But
just.
good question. He
I
says
mean,
he says business is busy or he's doing a lot of business. I'm like, okay, you're busy. What does that mean? And of course he goes, yeah, whatever, I gotta go. And it's like, I asked him about the Iron Maiden album. At least he could have said, well, I don't really care for that. He's like, I gotta go. Let's go. I'm like, wow. Not even, yeah, I hate them. Or, I mean, give me something, right? I don't know.
Yeah, it's so bland. Like, I don't know if you had to deal with it last year, but my parents are always on me about taking high school more seriously now for the
Yeah.
next couple of years. And it feels like everybody just wants you to be busy, but not doing stuff that matters.
Oh, right.
Like the stuff we've done in our quote unquote free time has been so interesting. And now it's like the world expects us to grow up, but like grow up into what?
I don't know. Have you finished Catcher in the Rye yet?
Oh, don't even mention that.
Sorry, dude. It took me weeks. It took me weeks. I don't mean to let you know, but I let you know.
It was a good novel. I think I finished it in a few days.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, Dad always told me it was the great American novel, so
Oh,
to
well,
try to fit in.
I guess.
Kind of funny that the title that I pulled out of thin air actually happened to be one about teenage rebellion.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry I can't be a tie-breaking vote for you guys. I haven't even started, if I'm going to be honest.
It's all good, man. It's all good. I mean, you're still Cody to us, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
And you mentioned earlier, have you been having nightmares about stuff that happened to us in the past?
yeah, you remember that raptor that tried to wrap me up? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's like I get to this point where I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's like I wake up with like, I about break my neck when I wake up because he's like teeth and claws in. I mean, I'm getting ready to die. And dude, no, I'm like, this is like not way cool. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of the opposite for me. I've been dreaming about getting into hockey fights and just getting real mad and just winning, like really winning. And then it feels great, but then I wake up and nothing's changed and I'm just myself. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to fight so much anymore. I'm trying to be done with that, you know?
Right. Yeah. No, I hear you, man. I hear you. Berlin, you having any crazy dreams, dude?
I am actually, and sometimes you all are in them too.
What?
Yeah, you all act like the other kids back in my last school.
Wait a minute. Like picking on you and stuff?
Yeah, I didn't really have any friends there, so it's been nice, but
Oh, hey
yeah.
man, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that, are we, Cody?
No, of course not.
Dude, no. I mean, you're one of us, man. You don't no. That's wow. That's a crazy dream.
Thank you. It just feels so real, especially when it's just all of it meshing. Since some of it did happen, it's a little hard to separate at times.
Yeah. Man, I'm sorry about that. But no, you got us, man. This is righteous, you know. We got this going on.
You know, is it just me or, I mean, I moved here and Berlin moved here not even that long ago. Did you ever live anywhere else, Jomar? Or have you always been in the loop? Do you remember when it got built?
Not really. I mean, I feel like I've been here a long time. I guess maybe I feel like I lived through my parents vicariously. Is that a real word? That's a real word, isn't it? Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I read it in Catcher in the Rye. No, I feel like maybe I've lived through them, so to speak. So I mean, maybe I've been here for a long time. I don't think I remember it being built. I know that it's kind of always been kind of a weird thing. You know, I kind of feel this vibe you know? And I don't know. I chalk it up to the loop, but I don't know. If we moved here, I probably was really little, so I don't really remember much of it.
Yeah, well, because here's the thing, like, I don't know about you guys, but I've had a few kind of weird dreams over the past couple of years, and in some cases, they've ended up being related to stuff that was happening, you know?
Like to us?
Well, like, just weird stuff that's happening.
Oh, okay.
Like the body swapping, I had a dream before that.
Oh, wow.
Right? Like, I wonder if there's something about the loop, that changes people's dreams. Because, I mean, certainly people talk about how parents have dreams for their children, right? And like,
oh yeah,
certainly our parents' dreams for us wouldn't be so boring if something wasn't messing with their heads.
Well,
I don't know.
That's a good point, man. I mean, we suspected the milk for a while, and I still don't know that we got away from what could have been put in the milk.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was something.
And who knows for how long that's been kind of, tainted? I mean, can we say that? I don't know.
I would.
Yeah. I mean, maybe our parents were drinking some of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not, though. But, I mean, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I have half a mind to try to figure out some kind of camping trip before school starts, Maybe we could get somewhere away from here and just spend some time, outside and far away.
Cool. Would you want some company?
Oh, yeah, of course. I'd want everybody to come along.
Cool. Yeah, man. Berlin, you ready to go?
Yeah, I'll have to pack a bag, but that sounds wonderful.
Yeah. I mean, we should plan.
Sure.
Like, at least a little bit.
Something, yeah.
Because how much time do we have before school starts anyways, if we're in August?
Was that a question for the GM?
Yeah,
yes.
Both in and out of character. But yeah, I think you're the one.
Let's say that you've got 2 weekends left.
Okay, that's what
school's going to start on the Monday following. And we can be at whatever point in the week that you decide you like to be.
Yeah.
But since, you're kids and you don't have any responsibilities, you can take your camping trip whenever you like.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, Jomar, you did take your driver's ed course, and you have your, what do they call it, a restricted license where you're allowed to drive to school and to work if you work, or if there's an adult in the car with you.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Jomar, you know how to drive, right?
Yeah.
Because the only trick is, like, we won't be able to take the stuff we need on our bikes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, as long as we can legally get a car, or a truck or something, I got you covered, dude. I mean, I'm getting really good at this, I've only hit 2 mailboxes so far, so it's not bad for a first attempt.
Because, I'm looking at where we haven't been yet. We haven't been over to the Arizona side of the lake yet, I think.
That's kind of what I was thinking, too, is we haven't even been to that state yet.
Yeah.
That's because you keep approaching the border and someone says, "Papers, please."
Great.
I was just hoping that if we're going to cross, we could cross at the dam. That way we could go on the dam tour and go to the dam gift shop.
Well, you got a big damn hero with you, so you may as well.
Sorry, kids at home.
You're too young to know that reference.
Yeah, I know. I've always been curious about this Bravo Gate, honestly, looking at the map. So I'd probably, see if we can cross the Hoover area there and get to this Bravo Gate. I know there's something about it.
Yeah, no, I think that sounds like a good plan.
Yeah. But as long as it kind of gets us kind of out what do you think it'd be like once we get outside the loop, though?
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's the loop itself, because I mean, a lot of Boulder City is outside the loop,
Yeah.
and that place is still weird, you know.
That's like everywhere we live and go is outside of the loop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we have to be far enough outside of the loop.
Yeah, we have to get back to like the wilderness, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, half of our school is outside of the loop.
Okay. Yeah. Good point. I wasn't really thinking of that. I just kind of feel like the loop is everywhere, and
Well, yeah, exactly, man. That's how it feels.
yeah, I mean, it's like I'm telling you, it's this vibe, and I'm like, yeah, it's not cool.
Yeah, you wouldn't know anybody in a band who might have access to a van, would you, Jomar? Because like bands use vans, and that would be the perfect thing.
Yeah.
For planning a camping trip.
Yeah, we had a girl and a guy that they weren't a part of school, but they had already graduated from school, so they were a couple of years ahead of us. One of them had a kind of like you remember the 70s term, a woody, as far as a one of those van or a station wagons that had the wood panels all over the place and whatnot.
Jacob, did not know that slang term, but that's
speaking of
a good fact.
The reference of the damn tour guide, the damn gift shop. Yes,
you have definitely covered that. Yes. And so the fella had, so the girl had kind of this woody wagon kind of thing, and then the guy had his van was pretty cool. I mean, it had the mag wheels and everything, dude. I could see if I could find them. Maybe ask one of them if we could borrow it.
Yeah, just for a weekend. Like maybe we could even do it like the week before school sometime.
Yeah.
So, do you have any other plans things that you want to look into before you go camping? Because if not, I can jump over to a camping scenario just fine.
Okay. So we've gone by. Did we make a stop off at the bait and tackle shop, guys? We got to make sure we've got batteries for our flashlights. We got to make sure we've got a poncho and the Cisco Kid and all those people. So, sorry, you'll have to edit that out. That was a brain fart. We got to have our tents and ponchos and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good idea. I think visiting Masters.
Yeah, can we do a quick scene with the bait shop? Is he still alive, that fella?
Yeah, he's still alive. Sure. So you head over to Masters Hunting and Fishing, and it's pretty much the way you remember it, except the lights are on.
Nice. What was the guy's name again?
Let's see, I've got him here somewhere.
We
Ken
definitely
Masters.
need James for this scene, though. You know it. All right. What was his? Oh, Masters. Yeah.
Ken Masters.
Ken Masters.
That's
okay.
right.
All right, do you want an actual scene here?
Sure, I would. You okay with that, guys?
Mm-hmm.
You go in the front door, and Ken's there behind the register, and he's wiping it down with a damp cloth. Says, "Oh, hey, you guys are Billy's friends, right?
Yeah. Hey,
Come on
Mr.
in.
Ken.
Come on in. Looking for anything in particular today?
Want to introduce you to our newest friend, Berlin. Moved into town a little while back.
Berlin, like the city in Germany?
Yes, or even there's also one in Ohio.
Is there? I didn't know that. Well, good to meet you, Berlin.
Yeah, we're gonna try to take a kind of a end of summer camping trip, Mr. Ken, and we just wanted to make sure we had some supplies, to make sure we didn't get out there in the wilds and not be able to take care of ourselves. We'll just be looking around a little bit, if that's okay.
Sure. don't forget the canteens. Take plenty of water.
Oh, good point. Good point. Looking out for the peeps, man.
All right. Well, I'm going to assume that you've got sufficient resources and sufficient foresight that the basics of camping you're going to gather with no problem. So you'll have your flashlights and your tents and sleeping bags and food and water.
Yeah.
Okay. Definitely shifting gears away from the Dream Machine.
Hope we're all having bad dreams. Let's skip town.
Oh, and I'd like to bring the book.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to make peace with my mom somewhat. Even half believing myself that, Jomar's gotten through it and Berlin even likes it. So actually, this is a good chance for me to get a good start on Catcher in the Rye.
We might even be able to help you a little bit with the Cliff Notes versions.
Yeah.
So while you're checking out, Ken asks, so where are you planning on doing your camping?
We go ahead. Sorry, Bernie.
Well, I mean, I was just going to say I don't really know. We were planning to head out towards Arizona, down the highway, but we haven't really been out there before, so it'll just kind of be wherever we can find a good spot, I think.
I see. Well, if you're going up that way, you're going to want to take some, at least some noisemakers. Get you some of those extra bright flashlights because there's been talk of wolves, which doesn't seem real likely in this area, but people say they've been hearing the howling out there on the other side of the river. So you boys be careful.
Oh,
sure enough.
They're probably alone. I mean, they don't like to come too close to people, but never can be too careful.
Yeah, they don't like fire either, right, Mr. Masters?
Well, no, not generally, but you got to be careful about using fire out there. There's a lot of dry brush this time of year. You don't want to start a brush fire out there, especially if you're too far away to get away from it.
Yeah, I guess noisemakers it is probably.
Yeah.
Man, never had to use those camping before, but
I'm my noisemaker, guys, is going to be I didn't believe that I could find this at the shop, but there's like a skillet pan, a good steel skillet pan.
Nice.
And I'm going to get that and then grab up something to strike it with.
I believe your drumsticks are still your iconic item, right?
Yes, but I didn't have them listed. I will go ahead and make sure they're there.
All right. So out here near Bravo Gate.
GM, did we lose our conditions?
Yes. Okay, you are all reset to default.
Cool. Do those show up now? They do.
Brian, what was the year again? Or year-ish, year range?
80s.
The 80s. Okay. Generically the 80s.
Generically 80s. Okay, gotcha.
Although Things from the Flood takes place in the 90s, so it must be the late 80s.
Okay.
But we have never been very specific. Okay, so...
That's going to get fun.
Actually, we'll go ahead and stick your campsite up there closer to where you think the Bravo Gate actually is.
Since we want to stay out at the Bravo Gate, have you all found any of the other gates?
I think we've been to one or two before, haven't we?
Yeah. I know that we have passed Foxtrot Gate.
Yeah.
Early on, we passed Echo Gate. I know that was one of the first ones that we had been through.
Yes, I'm trying to remember. Wasn't that one of the places where there was charging for the robots, and there was an entrance?
Oh, good question.
The gates that you have noticed so far seem to be places where access to the underground facilities for the loop are.
Yeah.
They're usually those kind of big semicircular things with large, heavy actual gates, huge
Yep.
doors, and sometimes military guard on them.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Delta Gate we have not seen as far as map is concerned. Foxtrot was near the Nelson Ranch there as I'm seeing, so I know that we passed that one.
Yeah. But yeah, they're not super remarkable as phenomena from what I remember, but they are
Yeah,
access points.
Yeah, you don't necessarily write home about them. You just kind of make a journal mark and leave it at that.
Yeah. You kind of skirt around them.
Yeah.
All right, so Jomar, give me a contact roll to acquire a vehicle.
Yeah, so this one is going to be, I'm going to talk to, and I kind of like this girl a little bit. You know, I thought we could be really good friends and maybe a little more. Her name was Sheila. And so I'm contacting her.
Okay. One success. Okay.
Yay.
So you call her up, and she seems amenable to borrowing the van, as long as you promise to have a full tank of gas in it when you get it back.
Oh, yeah, I got it. I'll take care of you. Thanks again.
Oh, you're no problem, Jomar. It's good to hear from you.
You too.
So you get your gear loaded into the van, take off down 93, the windows open, wind in your hair. You're going to take the little detour and actually go across the dam.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right. It's a picturesque view. I'm just thinking if there's anything else that I want to throw in here at this point. Nothing comes to mind. So you drive around the little windy roads to the side of the dam, looking up on the... it's always fun when you go out that way to look up on the cliffside and see if you can spot the pillbox up there that they put in during World War II. And then you come back down to the highway, drive a little further, and then take some little roads, jaunt around that ridge line, and find yourselves a campsite. Quantum Childhood will return after this word from our sponsor.
America's turning to TG&Y. Get ready for back to school with organizers and notebooks. Just $3.66 each. Boys and girls fleece activewear, pants and tops in bright colors, now $9 per set. And activewear for ladies and men, sale priced at only $11 a set. Look for these great savings and more in our special 68-page shopper's guide for the best back to school buys.
Time to save, time to TG&Y.
And after you've got your pitches tented, no, your tents pitched. What you gonna do out here? Say by now it's probably early afternoon.
I'm assuming we want to explore.
Yeah, first, though, I want to try to set up a fire pit
Nice.
that we can hopefully cook food on and have like a small fire going as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
I think while he does that, I want to start setting up tents.
all right. So Berlin setting up the tents while Cody, actually it was probably Berlin and Jomar, because that's usually a two-man job to keep ropes taut while somebody else is hammering the stakes. And Cody's building a little fire pit. He's found some stones to ring around it, and some dry wood is in plentiful abundance in this area to use for fuel.
Yep.
And this is before the all the rules about not being able to burn local wood.
Let's go with the 1980s, where everything was fair game.
Shoot off some fireworks while we're out here. Who cares?
Still not allowed to carve your name into national monuments, but you can burn the wood that you find on your campsite.
And I'm just hoping Berlin doesn't hit my hand when he's hitting the pegs in the ground. I trust him.
Make a force. No, just kidding.
Ah,
But once you're ready to start your exploration, I will ask you for investigate rolls.
All right.
nice. We ready for those?
Yep.
Okay.
Unless you've got more stuff that you want to do at the campsite.
Yay!
Okay, successes all around.
Nice.
I was hoping my yays would signify that.
Each of you gets to ask 2 of these questions, and Cody gets to ask a third. Or
Okay.
other questions that might seem appropriate,
Okay.
since we'll quickly run out of questions with.
You guys goes first.
I'm curious about the dotted red line from the DARPA facility out along here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of interested in like surveying that part of the Colorado River, and I want to know what's the question? What has happened here?
Okay. So there are a lot of theories about what that line on the map means.
Mm-hmm.
The most popular one is that it is an underground tunnel of some kind, but nobody is quite sure what all of the looping around means when it gets out into the water,
Yeah.
or why it should stop at Beehive Island.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say that as you were going across the dam, you actually took a stop and you walked up. There's a little hiking trail that goes up to that pillbox,
Sure.
and it's fun to go there and look to see it. I mean, it obviously doesn't have machine guns in it anymore, but there are rattlesnakes in there, so be careful.
The same
but from
sound,
up-
so then.
But from up there, looking back down at the dam, you can see that there are these ginormous tunnels of some kind on either side of where the dam is. And from where you are, you can see that they go pretty far into the rock there. And you think, if there is a tunnel under there, maybe this is where it comes out, and maybe that line is like a navigation chart for submarines or something like that that DARPA sends out into the lake.
All right.
But the way the line comes out kind of to one side of the dam, it looks like it comes right out of one of those holes.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
Question 2.
What threats do I perceive in the immediate area of the campsite?
With that warning about wolves, you decided to take a look around and see if you could see any signs of predators. And you don't notice predator sign, but what you do see is there's a place where there were a lot of what looks like probably human feet,
Okay.
but they're bare. It's like people walking around barefoot. And given that this is the wilderness, you think Bigfoot, but the feet aren't that big.
And are there different sizes of footprints? Like, is it multiple
there
people?
are.
Okay.
And some of them look pretty small, like a small woman or a child, maybe.
All right. Interesting. So I'll be on the lookout for that. And then my final question is about what the Bravo Gate means. So I'm kind of wondering, is it the same as the other gates that we've seen, or is there something unique about it?
When you eventually find Bravo Gate, unlike the other gates, it doesn't look like people or equipment go in and out of this one very frequently. It is locked with several very, very heavy padlocks and chains. And it's got sandbags stacked up in front of the doors. So even if someone were ram it with a big heavy truck, hitting the sandbags first would mean they probably wouldn't get through it. And there is a chain link with that coiled razor wire at the top around the area.
All right. Okay. Yeah, so no messy with Bravo Gate.
You don't see any signs of people there, though.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Berlin or Jomar?
What is hidden here? Where is it? That's always a good one to start with.
All right. I heard most of that. I think you were asking what is hidden here and where is it?
Yes. Am I coming in quiet again?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think you've got a gate going on where if you fall down below a certain level, your microphone just cuts out entirely. So something hidden here.
You haven't already told us.
No, I've got plenty of stuff that I could communicate. It's just a matter of which breadcrumbs to drop that will not lead you to the end immediately.
Ah, yes. One of those.
You find, kind of half buried in the dirt, a brass key.
Mm.
Brass. Sounds like a cool band name.
Are we thinking skeletal in nature?
No, it looks like a house key.
Oh,
It has some letters engraved in it. It says WC.
It's a bathroom key.
I knew somebody was going to jump to that one.
so WC is etched in there?
Yes.
Okay. Huh. You ready for my question?
Sure.
Okay.
Berlin gets one more if he wants it.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Berlin.
Well, you can do yours first.
Well, I actually have a question outside of a question, and I just thought of this as we drove up to the campsite. So I may be really pulling on the graces of our GM.
No, I'm generous. Ask.
Did we remember to bring Isaac with us?
Did you want to bring Isaac with you?
Yes.
Okay.
Give me a roll for
Sure.
something.
No, I was just trying to remember what I'd said about his power source. If he was going to have problems.
Oh, well, who
Being out in
knows
the
what we'll
wilderness too
find,
long.
though?
Are there
That's
jumper
true.
cables?
Just hook them up to the car.
Oh, yeah, she's got jumper cables in the
He's just
back.
plug his finger into the cigarette lighter.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, and we'll rev it up. It'll But if you're cool with that, I
Sure.
was hoping to have him with us. So the question I would probably ask would be piggybacking, and I hate to do this to you, Brian, but finding that key like
Mhm.
we did, what happened here that we would find this key here? Can I re-ask that?
Sure.
Okay. What happened here?
Given the key's proximity to the footprints that Cody found, it seems fairly likely that whatever people were here must have dropped it. But you're having a hard time figuring out why somebody would be barefoot in the wilderness and yet still have a key.
Hmm.
Okay,
You
more
left-
intrigue.
It's not like you carried your keys in your shoes, though.
Following those footprints a little ways, you find a place where there appears to have been a scuffle, a fight. You still don't see any signs of shoes, so it was apparently the barefooted people fighting with one another.
So we know they didn't roll for shoes.
Or maybe they did and failed.
They just failed. Yeah, they just failed.
Okay. So there's All right. So bare feet, scuffle, no shoes, still found the key. Okay. That's all I need is one question. Berlin, go ahead if you want. If you're ready for your next question.
I figure asking what the key goes to is a little too much. I found a key. What does the key go to? It goes to this thing. Perfect. Problem solved. Yeah, 3 good rolls shouldn't make our mission succeed in the same way that 3 bad rolls make it fail. I think I'm good because I don't want to get too much.
Okay. So you have reconnoitered the area. You've learned some weirdness.
Mm-hmm.
That night, just as Masters predicted, you hear howling. Cody,
Yeah.
make an empathize check, please.
Empathize.
Okay. You're a little weirded out by the howling, and it seems to be coming from more than one direction. There's something a little bit weird about it, but you can't quite put your finger on what.
Yeah. It's mostly annoying. A little spooky.
When you get up in the morning and you go do some more exploring, looking around the area, you find a place where the brush has just been flattened, and there's what looks to be blood splattered around here and there, and some tatters of fur. But you don't see any signs of a dead animal or whatever it was that it came from.
How far away are we with you, Cody? Seeing this?
Yeah, I assume so.
Okay. How far away is this from the scuffle that we saw?
I'd say it's maybe for you to estimate distances, but maybe a quarter, half a mile
Oh, okay. Okay.
from that other site.
So yeah, a little ways away. Okay.
Yeah. In the same neighborhood, but not necessarily, the same spot.
Yeah. Can we see any hatches in the ground around this area out here? Similar to like what we found when we were camping. I mean, at summer camp where we found that hatch.
No, you don't see any signs of that kind
Hatches.
of thing.
Okay, all right. So Cody, what do you think happened here with this blood, man? This looks a little ominous.
I mean, did you hear the howling last night?
Yeah, but I mean, it seemed like it was kind of a ways off. I mean, do you think we're in the area where we heard that sound? I couldn't really tell.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell with the wolves, It was probably a fight. That's probably what I heard.
Okay. I don't see anything around here that would look kind of like a den or a overgrown area where they might be. I mean, you're not thinking they're watching us right now, are you?
Yeah, no, I doubt it. Because, no, you're right. There's not a good place for them.
Okay.
So, yeah, I thought it was a little weird to hear them last night, but as long as they're fighting each other and not us.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But once they're done fighting each other, that means the stronger one won.
Well, we'll be in school by then, right?
Hope so.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, though, we should probably try to cook anything meaty or strong smelling today. So,
Oh, yeah.
we don't leave it around.
Spoiled. Yeah.
Yeah.
How much meat do you think we've got here?
I mean, it brought the bacon and some ground beef.
You weren't thinking something was killed that we could take and cook?
Oh, no. No, I'm just
okay.
saying, like, better to use up the smelly stuff first,
Yeah.
just since we know there's wolves now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's really good. Oh, and by the way, just kind of for longer term planning, I did get a big pack of beef jerky. So we've got something that'll kind of keep a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's always good.
Jomar, you had a question left over from the investigate.
I did?
Yes.
Oh, I was going to give that back.
Well, I'm going to give you some information in exchange for it.
Okay. I'm asked. Questions asked. Yes, sir.
All right. So while you're kind of talking this way and turning back toward the camp, you look down and you happen to notice that there is another footprint here, and it is barefooted again, and some of that blood is sprinkled on top of it.
Hey guys, can you see this footprint right here? It's got blood on it.
Well, that's not a wolf.
No. Can I tell which direction it may have been going, Brian?
Yes, you can. It is headed off a little southward.
Away from our camp or towards our camp?
Away from.
Okay. Should we investigate, guys?
I mean, yeah. Human foot, blood.
Yes, we should, but let us take our noisemakers with us along the way.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
All right, so what was the plan?
We're going to take our noisemakers with us, and I think we need to head south or whatever to see if we can figure out if we see any more of these footprints. Is there any more blood, or like, are we going to run into something we're going to regret?
All right, so following the footprints to the south, Well, first you've gone back to your camp and gotten your noisemakers, and then following the footprints to the south. We'll say that we're afternoon now. By the time you've done your exploring, you found this stuff, you've gone back to the camp, and you come back this way. I'm going to need just one person to make either a investigate or sneak roll for tracking these footprints.
Sorry, did you say one of us or all of us?
Just one.
Okay.
Investigate, I have
Yep. Neither of those things is my strength. So
Investigate. Okay, hang on.
yes, I have a 9.
Let me check. Ooh, I could try it.
Do you have better than 9?
In investigate, I've got a 3.
What's your mind score?
My mind?
Mm-hmm.
My mind is crazy. 4.
Okay, so that's a total of 7. So I think Berlin still has you beat.
Ah, good. Well, that's one of the reasons we like Berlin.
Yes, I have to remember, it might be Berlin, but this is Greg rolling.
That's a good point.
That's a good
Hello,
roll.
there we go. I mean,
That happens.
Well, I was going to say that you could also probably roll with Adrian, since he's probably pretty good at following things.
Yeah, let me just throw in a couple extra 2 and see what that does. There you go. 4
successes. All right, so with unerring accuracy, Berlin is acting like Aragorn here. He was born in the wilderness, apparently. Seeing the slightest bent twigs, sniffing dirt to find out where the feet have fallen.
he can't be 80.
And he has been able to determine that there are 4 individuals that you're following. And eventually you come across a, we'll say it's looks like the remains of a rabbit based on the ear that you find that has been torn apart, and you've only found bits and pieces of it. But based on the prints and the signs in the dirt, it looks like this poor rabbit was torn up by human hands. You can see that there's a place where somebody put their hand on the ground and had blood on it still, and left the blood in the dirt. And you've walked for quite a ways. If you press on, you might be able to continue following this trail. But if you do so, it will be full dark by the time you can get back to your camp. If you turn around now, it'll be late evening by the time you get back there. Well, early evening with the sun still in the sky.
yeah.
Unfortunately, I think it's better to do now than wait.
Yep.
That way.
I'm hungry. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, because here's the thing. Certainly werewolves can't be real, right?
Why did you just say werewolves?
I mean, this all screams werewolves.
No, dude. If we see one, we're going to scream.
Well, see, that's the thing. I don't really think it's werewolves. But if it's somebody who thinks they're a werewolf, that's kind of dangerous enough.
That's even worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. You didn't bring your lasso with you, did you?
Oh, no, I always have that.
Oh, good. Good. You don't by chance have a whip, do you?
Not unless you would consider the lasso one, no.
Oh, I know you can use a little bit of. I mean, you're skilled, dude. Okay? We just don't have a lot of weapons here, man.
We do not.
If we're talking crazy people, like eating things and us, we gotta. Are we gonna have to set up a night watch?
Maybe.
Let's worry about that when we get to it, I think.
Get to it? You mean camp?
Night.
Yeah.
Night. Okay, we're getting close to night, right?
Well, you're still in late afternoon right now.
Oh, but we're heading back to camp.
Well, if that was your plan, I wasn't certain if that was a consensus or not.
I don't know. Was that consensus, guys? I'm hungry.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
No, that's amenable to me.
Okay. So back to camp you go. And you get there in time. There's still enough light to cook your dinner. Evidently, the sight of that mangled rabbit did not put you off your feed.
Nope.
Where should we go from here?
I have a quick question for one of our party. Isaac,
Yes, sir.
have you ever heard of people thinking that they're like animals? Like they would act like they were animals and they might hurt people?
Well, my knowledge of this topic is a little limited. However, I do believe that there is a condition known as lycanthropy, in which someone believes that they can turn into an animal or are possessed by the spirit of an animal. I don't have much more than just that brief encyclopedia entry in my databanks, however.
Okay. And I look over at Cody and I'm like, werewolves.
Yep.
I don't know, guys. I mean, are we good with this?
The concept of a werewolf itself is, of course, nonsense. Such supernatural creatures do
Right.
not exist. However, there are enough people who believe in such things that perhaps there could be delusion, such as the lycanthropy, or perhaps even a hoax or a prank.
Okay. That makes sense.
I would like to add that also things that are abnormal are time travel into somebody else's body through dreams, time travel to bring dinosaurs to the present.
But that is all science, not folklore.
Got a
Is
point, Berlin.
But wouldn't folklore fall under magic, which is just science that cannot be explained yet?
You are quoting Arthur C. Clarke.
Badly, but yes.
While I suppose there is something to that in terms of nanotechnology and the like, I do not believe that we are so far advanced in our science that people turning into wolves is a thing. Now, perhaps there could be some kind of a mutant, or as you have encountered before, an alien creature, but werewolves, I do not think so.
Okay. So this has all been really great information, Isaac. I can't say that I'm feeling really, really great right now about it. Do you think we could be in danger being out here?
I lack sufficient data to make a satisfactory analysis. I have not noticed anything that I would consider particularly dangerous, but I have not been wandering the forest with you.
True. Okay.
Preserving my batteries is very important.
Yes.
Well, and they did leave us alone last night, so that's got to count for something.
Well, we got a good fire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I get it. I'll relax. We'll just roll with the punches, right?
Sounds good to me.
I guess so.
Okay. Can I have another piece of that meat you're cooking there?
Sure.
Cool. Thanks. By the way, you did a really good job on this meat, man.
I mean, thanks. It's like, I look and I'm just making, I'm browning ground beef for spaghetti sauce in a skillet, but it's kind of uneven over the fire. So, like, there's a little bit of good in the middle, but then, like, the stuff that's further away from the heat is still a little raw, and we're already getting some crispy bits forming on the other end.
Yeah. Yeah.
But everything tastes better when you're eating it in the woods.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I can already see the cleanup this is going to require. So
I have to say, spaghetti as camp food is not one that I see very often.
it's a bad idea. I'm basing this off my own Boy Scout experience.
Yes. Love it.
Unless it comes in MRE form.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
right.
About as good quality as any other MRE.
I like the chicken a la king.
That's a way to get food poisoning when you're camping, I'm sure.
It's another night, and as before, you hear howling. Cody, give me that empathize check again. Nope, still no information about that. But it doesn't matter because round about 3 a.m., The howling has gotten uncomfortably close, and you're starting to get kind of worried about this. And suddenly you start hearing the brush thrash around, and something comes into your campsite.
Is everybody awake?
Yeah, are we all asleep or did we wake up?
I'm going to say you all woke up,
Okay.
unless you don't want to be.
No, I would
Awake.
rather not die in my sleep.
Jomar,
Yeah.
I think we need to turn on the van and get the lights on to scare whatever this is out.
Okay.
Do you think you can get out the back of the tent and get to the van
Yeah, as long as you watch my back.
if we make some noise on this end of it?
Watch my back. I can make it.
Are you with me, Berlin?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to do a move roll, Brian. Right?
Okay. Yep.
All right. And let's see if I do okay. Nope.
All right. So you slip out under the back flap of the tent, away from where the noise is, and you start trying to skirt around it. And you can see in the red embers of the fire, backlit, a humanoid figure. And as you start moving around toward the van, its head whips around toward you, and they charge at you. And unfortunately, you are not quick enough to get out of the way. Take a condition, please.
Okay. I'm going to take upset.
Okay. And so they get close enough up to you and grab you by the shirt and kind of pull you down to the ground. And you can see that it's a young man. His hair is unkempt and he's got dirt on his face. And he is not wearing any clothes. And he says, help, you got to help us. She's crazy.
Who's crazy? Who is she? What are you talking about? Get your hands off of me.
And as I see this figure run at him, I'm going to leave the tent and I want to try to get my lasso around this figure.
Okay.
I'm guessing that's force.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
All right. So a flick of the wrist and you got that lasso cinched up around him, elbows pinned to his body. And he's rolling around trying to get free. And you can see that he's got a lot of scratches and bruises all over his body. Although it's hard to, we'll say that you eventually get a flashlight on him and you can see that much. I was going to say it's kind of hard to see that in the dying embers from your fire, but you do have the flashlights. And his eyes, his pupils are dilated like so far that you can barely see his irises. He's got 2 or 3 day growth of stubble on his chin. You'd guess he's anywhere from 16 to 19. It's hard to tell with so much dirt on him. And he's crying now. He says, "Please, you got to do something. Find somebody who can stop her."
Who is this? Who is this her that you keep talking about?
Lisa.
What?
Lisa, she took over everything, and now everybody's just going nuts.
Guys, are you kidding me? Did you hear him say Lisa?
I did. I'm trying to remember who Lisa is now.
We've got trouble. We've got trouble.
The car. Jomar, turn the light on.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. All right, so I'm gonna. What do I need to do?
Now you can get into the car, and the campsite is now flooded with lights and headlights.
Yeah. Now we can see person better. Do we recognize them?
Yeah, Lisa's from way back.
He looks vaguely familiar.
Okay.
But you think maybe you've seen him in school at some point? Have you encountered Lisa before?
Oh, yes.
Is this Lisa Tanner?
Yes,
of
it
the
is.
Wildlife Club? Yeah, you mentioned her, and I think we didn't pursue anything with her.
Wow, good notes.
Well, no, I was frantically clicking through the NPC lists until I found that.
Okay, so this was... Okay, sorry. I thought this was the one that when we were talking to Olaf and what's his name and jumped what's his name off his bike, or me off my bike or whatever. That was
the psychic. That was not Karen. Karen was the police officer. Yeah, who was
I'm trying to remember her name now.
Stacy?
Stacy.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is
Stacy.
Lisa. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. We might be in trouble, guys. She's taking over. I don't know what she's taking over, but she's taking over.
Well,
This guy's like totally frantic.
I mean, he's also man, what are you talking about? Lisa was like all about the city. Sure, she got into the Wilderness Club, but she was kind of a poser. Why would she have anything to do with the desert out by Arizona?
Give me a charm roll to see if you can calm this guy down.
All right, probably not, especially not with that approach. Well, let's go. Although I did, with my bonus success, I may have humiliated him before.
Nice.
Well, hey, you got a success. All right. Oh, that's right. You did have a bonus success from the force. Did you want to apply one of those?
What bonuses do I get for charm?
Oh, no, for the force.
Yeah.
Kind of your pinning him was your goal. So
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking. That makes the most sense.
yeah.
Keep him from fleeing when the lights come on him.
All right. So you with your reasonable tone managed to get him at least calm down. He's still crying a bit, and he explains that Lisa was all about. She wanted to get back to Vegas, but she had these drugs, and she wanted us to take them. And she said that we channel like the spirits of animals and stuff, and it kind of worked. It felt so good, and we were so strong. But now she's making us hunt, and we're going out and we're killing things. And she was talking about even trying to find some campers like you guys to try and hunt you.
Wait a minute. Have you been on Quaaludes, dude?
I don't know what that is. She just gives us the stuff, and it makes us it makes the wildness come in.
Okay. This is not good.
Man, are you saying you would just head into the Nevada desert and take drugs with a bunch of strangers? Some people would fall for anything.
Well, it wasn't like that at first. It was, we did the regular things and we went camping, but Lisa never liked to do any of that. And she's really, like she tells you to do things and you just kind of want to.
Do you know where she's getting them from?
She knows a guy that she used to know in Las Vegas who, she calls him and he sells it to her.
Okay, look, if we help, what's your name?
Tony.
Okay, Tony, if we help you, how do we know that you're not going to turn on us?
Look, I didn't want to do any of this anyway. It's just I'm trying to get away, but if she ever tells anybody what I've been doing, I mean, I could get expelled. I'll never get into college.
Okay, look. If you give us your word, we help you out. You're not going to turn on us. You're not going to try to like eat us. You're not going to be going crazy on us. Quit taking those stupid drugs. Your secret's safe with us.
Yeah,
you
got it, man.
What?
You got it, man. I won't do any more of it. It's getting too scary, and I never wanted it to start with. I just wanted to go out and go camping.
Okay, I'm going to tell you this, buddy, and I want you to hear me good. And I get up in his face. You see my friends right here? Minus the robot. That's a robot. He will rip you limb for limb. But let me tell you, if you hurt any of my friends, that lasso is going to get really, really tight all over your whole body. Do you understand what I'm talking about, dude? We're not playing games with this.
I get it. Just
all right.
Come on, we got to get out of here before she finds us.
Okay, cool. Look, I'm sorry for the passion, dude, but you gotta be good. You gotta. All right, cool. Cody, what do you think we got to do, man? This Lisa chick, I mean, she's whack, man.
What was the condition that you took?
Upset. That's why I'm upset.
Oh,
I'm just upset. Yeah.
Cool. Well,
Role playing.
it's probably a good idea to take him back to town, I guess. But,
Yeah.
this makes me wonder. My turn to... Did this kid tell his name yet?
Tony.
I just missed it.
Tony.
Yes.
Tony,
Yeah,
that's right.
He told us Tony. Yeah.
I should write that down before I forget it.
Hey,
Okay.
Tony, you said that you guys were trying to hunt campers, but is there any way that, like, new people could get near the group without, like, if we wanted to get close and see what was happening, is there a way that we could do that without getting attacked or something?
After a night of hunting, they're like really sleepy the next day. So if you go into the clubhouse in the morning, they'd probably all be asleep.
And where's the clubhouse?
It's south of here. It's about 2 miles south of the highway.
Is the clubhouse locked?
Yeah. It's usually locked.
Oh. So you all have keys to it? What do the keys look like?
Okay. Yeah. So we're talking a little ways down.
Actually, have had this in another place, so I should just go ahead and grab where it was and move it rather than making a new.
Oh, we forced you to relocate. Some plot.
There we go.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, that definitely makes sense now. Yay, that's going to be easy to get in now.
Yeah, I'd like to start breaking down camp then.
Yeah.
Because this has gotten a little too weird.
Yeah.
And we should get Tony back to town, but
yeah.
And I mean, I understand if this is too out there for you guys, but I'm kind of curious about this clubhouse because this is the least usual thing that I've seen in a long time. Because we didn't see that much unusual earlier. It was mostly like stuff that was happening to us. So I'm curious. I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to check this out and see what was going on.
No, dude, and guys, I really apologize. I got really upset, and I just was seeing this guy turn his back on us and hurt one of you guys or whatever. And maybe Isaac didn't have full power or whatever and couldn't, break his limbs off or whatever. But yeah, I was really just trying, and I'm not really, I think Tony's cool right now. Let's break down camp, but I'm with you, Cody. We can check out whatever you want. I just needed to throw a little steam off there.
In point of fact, my programming would prevent me from breaking any limbs at all.
How many rules do you have to that programming?
3,471.
Okay, if you keep all of those to yourself and we say that you'll do something, even if you won't do it, they won't know, but we will know.
Ah, deception. I understand.
Yes.
Yes, do any of those rules stop you from lying?
See, Isaac, that's one reason why I like you. Not the only reason.
In answer to your question, Berlin, I am required to respond to a direct inquiry, truthfully. However, there is nothing that says that I cannot mislead voluntarily.
Good. So if we tell a lie about you, don't correct it.
I understand, sir.
There we go.
Cool. Yeah, we got to get some shorts or something for something Tony can wrap around him.
And I'm sure you brought at least one change of clothes between the three of you for 3 days.
Yeah, I think his size probably matches Cody's or Berlin's more than mine. I'm a little bigger.
Yeah, he's a tall, rangy fellow, but pants will be a little short, but that's okay. So, did you want to head back into town with this guy, or straight to the Wildlife Club?
Back to town.
Yeah.
I think
we need to re-strategize.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Thanks for listening. Music and sound effects by Sirenscape, because epic games need epic sound. Check them out at Sirenscape.com and find the full attribution list in the show notes. You can find more episodes of Quantum Childhood and the Geek at Arms podcast at geekatarms.com.